estate, what do you think the impact is on real estate? Are we going to see the slow demise of suburbia? Are we going to see completely new footprints being developed? What do you think the long-term impact is?
Well, I'll take a shot on e-commerce, as it were, for malls, which is, clearly the thing that people focus on. Creative disruption of industries. Is there going to be brick and mortar retailing? And this could be a 2-hour answer, but in a headline, we believe that technology is really improving retailers at every level, including their delivery at brick and mortar. And yes, they're growing, and their sales online, when you look at any of the great retailers out there, their online operations are growing at a faster pace than brick and mortar generally from much lower bases. But we believe it's going to settle, and we think that that there will not be at least not in any of my generation and beyond. We don't believe that high quality retail assets will see the creative destruction that you've seen in other industries. We actually believe that technology will enhance the value of our properties over time. So that's, so to speak, for a quick version on the mall side.
Did you pay to have this question out?
I did not, but I can't wait to answer it. That question really plays to why I am still so excited 13 years later about Ventas and about coming to work in the morning. The 85 and over is the fastest growing segment of the U.S. population, believe it or not. Then, of course, there's the baby boomers, 79 million strong, who became Medicare eligible in 2011. And so that is our business of healthcare and senior housing is one of the biggest demand sectors as we look at changes over the next 10, 20, 30 years. Now that is a great beginning, and demand is a huge part of that supply-demand equation, but it is not sufficient to have a profitable business. And so there are other things that will affect whether we're profitable, and those include things like Medicare reimbursement. They include technological changes in the way healthcare and seniors are cared for. And so but it is a dynamic sector, changing with a lot of demand from demographic growth, and that's what's exciting about what we do every day.
Your question is is the reason we have the business plan that we have. I love your question, because you always need to be looking out for major changes in demographics and in habits. But this I know, human beings absolutely love to socialize. They love to have experiences, and I don't see a time when the larger cities and the larger urban areas in this country aren't always the center of what happens. So if you look at the stuff we're doing, it's why I talk about mixed use, where there's transit-oriented projects, where there's residential units on top of retail units, lots of restaurants, the type of experiences that no matter what happens technologically, and I'm right with Bobby in terms of the benefits of technology toward consumers and the way people live. It is why, though, you have to be more careful in deciding, certainly on the retail side, where you're placing your bets and where you're moving, because those habits are clearly changing and will for the next 10 years.
And let me add just one quick thing. The country's growing at about 1% a year, so you have 310 million people right now, a little more. So you're getting roughly 3 million people a year of new growth, both net new births as well as immigration. So as you look out over the next 40 years, you're going to have well over 100 million people added into the economy. And people, when they think about demand, they ignore that natural organic growth of our country. So that you have, a 310, 15 million base today, it's going to be well over 4 million people in the next 30 to 40 years, very, very easily. So, I mean, there are predictions that we could have 150 million people more by 2050. So all those people need everything that property markets create, every property type there is. And it's one of the reasons why I believe that there will be more regional malls built, and there will be more retail built. There's a lot less sponsors out there to do it, and we're delighted about that. And it will provide opportunities for us to grow.
And you better not ignore the Latino community,
Right.
as the fastest growing.
Or the Asian community.
That's right.
Any other questions?